Have you ever scratched a spot on your body that just won't stop itching, no matter how much lotion you use or how often you change your clothes or bedding? Maybe it's on your back, or your lower leg, or behind your neck. You think it's just dry skin, or maybe an allergy. But what if your body is actually trying to tell you something deeper, something more serious? You see, after 70, our bodies become messengers. They whisper things to us in the form of discomfort, pain, or small irritations, and if we ignore those whispers, they can turn into screams. One of the strangest and most overlooked signs of an underlying health issue in older adults is persistent itching, especially in certain parts of the body. Now, I want to be very clear. Not every itch means something bad is happening. We all get dry skin sometimes, but when that itchy spot lingers or comes back again and again in the same place, especially when there's no rash or obvious irritation, it's time to pay attention, because your skin, your largest organ, is often the first one to reflect what's going on inside your body. And yes, in some cases, that little itchy spot might be a red flag, one that's quietly warning you that your health and even your lifespan could be at risk if nothing is done. So today, let's talk about what those itchy spots might mean, where they tend to appear, and most importantly, what you can do about it, because knowledge without action is just worry. And I want you to walk away from this video not feeling anxious, but empowered. You're not helpless. You just need the right information and a few smart steps. Let's start with one of the most common itchy areas in seniors, the upper back. Now, most people think this is just dry skin, and sometimes that's true, but if the itch is in the same spot over and over, especially near your shoulder blades, it might be something called notalgia paresthetica. I know that sounds like a mouthful, but all it means is that the nerves running under your skin in that area are irritated or compressed. And guess what often causes that kind of nerve irritation? Poor posture, or degenerative changes in your spine, which are very common as we age. Now here's the part that most people don't realize. That nerve-related itch can be a sign that your spinal health is declining, and spinal health is directly linked to longevity. Think about it. When your spine becomes stiff or starts compressing nerves, it affects your balance, your mobility, and even your ability to take deep breaths. You're less likely to move, which weakens your heart and muscles. That one itchy spot could be the first sign of a whole chain reaction that ends with a serious decline in quality of life. But don't panic, because here's what you can do. First, check your posture right now. Are your shoulders slouched forward? Is your neck craned down toward your phone or tablet? Try rolling your shoulders back, sitting tall, and taking 3 deep breaths. Doesn't that already feel better? Next, you might want to gently stretch your upper back and neck throughout the day, even just raising your arms and gently pulling them back behind you, like you're trying to hug an imaginary tree, can open up those tight spaces and release some of the nerve pressure. And if that itchy spot still won't go away, talk to your doctor about getting your spine checked, not just your skin. Now, another common itchy area that often gets ignored is the lower legs, especially around the shins and ankles. Seniors often blame this on dry skin, and again, that's sometimes true. But if you notice itching plus changes in skin color, maybe some swelling, or the skin looks shiny or tight, that's not just dryness. That could be a sign of poor circulation. And poor circulation is one of the quietest killers for people over 70. When your blood isn't flowing well, your legs can start to itch because oxygen and nutrients aren't reaching your skin properly. Over time, that can lead to leg ulcers, infections, or even blood. Now let's talk about another common itchy area that most people don't associate with anything serious at all: the scalp. We often brush off scalp itchiness as just dandruff, dry skin, or a reaction to shampoo. But if that itch becomes persistent, especially if it's in one particular area that never seems to stop bothering you, It might be a sign of something going on deeper in your system. For many older adults, chronic scalp itching can be tied to liver function. Surprising, right? But it's true. When your liver struggles to filter out toxins from your blood efficiently, which becomes more common as we age, those toxins can build up and cause irritation in the skin. The scalp is one of the first places this shows up because the skin there is thinner and more sensitive than we often realize. Now, before you worry, this doesn't mean every itchy scalp equals liver disease. But if you notice other signs too, like yellowing of the eyes, fatigue that hits you hard in the afternoon, or bloating in the belly, it's worth getting checked. Your liver is one of your most important organs for staying healthy as you age. When it slows down, everything else slows down too. So what can you do if that itchy scalp is nagging at you and you're wondering whether your liver needs a little support? Start with your diet. Cut back on fried and overly processed foods. Add more leafy greens, beets and lemon water. These are gentle detoxifiers that can help your liver do its job more efficiently. Milk thistle is another natural supplement that some people use to support liver health, but always speak with your doctor before starting anything new, especially if you're on medications. And here's something you might not expect. Gentle scalp massage with a natural oil like coconut or olive oil can not only reduce the itch, but also stimulate circulation to the area. That may help your skin, your hair, and even your relaxation levels. Plus, taking a few minutes to take care of yourself in that way, it sends a signal to your brain that you're still worth that time, that energy, that kindness. Because you are. Now let's move down just a bit and talk about an area that no one likes to bring up, but we need to: the lower abdomen and groin. If you've been having a persistent, unexplained itch in this area, especially if it's not relieved by normal hygiene or creams, it could be connected to blood sugar imbalance. Yes, I'm talking about type 2 diabetes and how it often shows up in unusual ways before it's ever diagnosed. Chronic itching in warm, moist areas of the body, like under the belly or near the groin, is sometimes caused by yeast overgrowth, which thrives when your blood sugar is consistently high. Your body is trying to flush sugar out through your skin, and that sugar feeds the yeast. This creates irritation, itching, and sometimes even rashes. Now here's the thing, many people in their 70s and beyond are pre-diabetic and don't even know it. They just accept the fatigue, the itchiness, the weight gain, or frequent bathroom trips as getting old. But they're not. Those are warning signs, and the earlier you catch them, the easier it is to turn things around. So what can you do if this sounds familiar? Start paying attention to how your body responds to certain foods. Do you feel itchy or tired after a heavy carb meal like pasta or white bread? Do you wake up with dry mouth or need to urinate multiple times at night? These clues can help you bring the issue to your doctor and ask for a simple A1C test to check your average blood sugar levels. In the meantime, try reducing sugary snacks and refined carbohydrates. Instead, add more protein, healthy fats, and fiber to your meals. Take a short walk after you eat. Just 10 or 15 minutes can help regulate your blood sugar. These are small, manageable shifts that can make a massive difference in how you feel and in how long and well you live. And if the itching is already bothering you, try to keep the area dry and wear breathable cotton underwear. Avoid. Let's continue and talk about one more spot that almost always gets overlooked, but can carry one of the most important messages of all: the back of your arms. You know that soft, sometimes bumpy skin behind the upper arms? Many people over 70 feel a strange, persistent itch there. It's subtle. You might even scratch it absent-mindedly without realizing it. But this kind of itch, especially if it's paired with rough, dry patches or tiny goosebump-like bumps, could be pointing to something deeper, a nutritional deficiency. Specifically, low levels of essential fatty acids, vitamin A, or even vitamin D. These are nutrients that play a major role not just in skin health, but in your immune function, bone strength, and inflammation control. And as we get older, our bodies absorb and process these nutrients less efficiently. So even if you're eating a decent diet, you could still be running low. Why does that matter so much? Because your body's ability to heal, fight disease, and regulate inflammation directly affects how long and how well you live. If your immune system is underpowered, if inflammation quietly builds up in your organs, it puts extra strain on your heart, your brain, your joints, everything. And sometimes one of the first signs is that itchy patch on your arms that just won't go away. Now here's the good news. This is one of the easiest fixes once you know what's going on. If you're dealing with dry, itchy upper arms, talk to your doctor about checking your vitamin levels. You might need a supplement, or maybe just a few changes to your meals. Add more fatty fish like salmon or mackerel, a drizzle of olive oil on your veggies, a handful of walnuts or chia seeds. Spend a few minutes in the morning sun, safely, to boost your natural vitamin D. And don't forget about hydration. Water is like oil for your internal engine. When your skin is dry and itchy, your body might just be thirsty. Also, when applying lotion to itchy areas, try using something with natural ingredients like aloe, coconut oil, or shea butter. These soothe the skin without clogging it. But remember, a lotion will only treat the symptom. You want to fix the root of the issue, which often starts from the inside. Now, let's bring it all together for a moment. You've just heard about all these itchy spots, the upper back, lower legs, scalp, abdomen, palms, arms, and the surprising health issues they might be pointing to. It's a lot to take in, I know. But here's what I want you to remember. You are not fragile, you are not broken, you are not too old to heal. Yes, aging comes with changes. But those changes don't have to mean suffering. They don't have to mean decline. What they mean is that your body needs new support. It's asking for your attention in different ways than it used to. And if you give it that attention, gently, consistently with love, you will be amazed at how much better you can feel. You don't need to make huge, overwhelming changes. Start small. One stretch in the morning. One glass of water before breakfast. 1 minute of deep breathing when you feel stress creeping in. One healthy snack swap. One walk after dinner. These things may seem tiny, but over time they are what extend your lifespan and improve the quality of your days. And here's something even more powerful. When you care for yourself, you send a message to everyone around. You show your children, your grandchildren, your friends that life after 70 is not a downhill slide. It's a new chapter. A chapter where you get to live with wisdom, with dignity, and with joy. Now, before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a simple challenge, and it's one I give to all my seniors who are ready to take charge of their health. Tonight, before bed, sit quietly and scan your body for any discomfort, any itch, ache, or spot that's been bothering you lately. Don't ignore it. Don't push it aside. Just notice it. Then ask yourself, what might this be trying to tell me? Do I need more movement? Better food? More